I don't think prageru needs any introduction. It is very well known for being an extremely dishonest propaganda channel here on YouTube. One of the most annoying. You've probably gotten beyond millions, trillions even, of their ads on your videos. And that is why today I feel like going back in time to an older prageru video for a change. We're going to be watching What is the Alt-Right by prageru. 4 minutes and 46 seconds. Let's go. Who's it going to be?
Is the alt?
Michael Knowles! Oh, God. Fuck. I love that. It's like, who's that Pokemon? You remember? You know, when you were a kid, you'd be watching Pokemon. It'd be like, who's that Pokemon? And it shows a little outline, and then it does the commercial break, and then it comes back on. It'd be like, it's... fucking... What's the... Vaporeon! I like Vaporeon. Vaporeon's a good Pokemon. Only here it's who's that racist. Michael Knowles is just a real piece of work. I've done multiple videos on him on my channel, so no need to get into that. But let's learn about the alt-right. Back in when was this? October 2017. So this was after the Charlottesville Unite the Right rally, where a neo-Nazi murdered a lady. So let's go ahead and watch.
Alt-right. Everybody has an opinion about it, but nobody seems to know exactly what it is. So I took it upon myself to find out. I took a deep dive.
The alt-right are people who are right-wing that believe in fascism. It's more or less a pretty good explanation of what it means.
Into alt-right culture. I read their books, listened to their podcasts, watched their videos, followed their blogs, and spoke personally to their leaders. Here's what I learned. First, they're really small. Like your high school reunion small. That big national alt-right gathering in Charlottesville in August 2017? Yeah, that attracted all of about 600 people. And that's...
Yeah, and they murdered somebody. Not only that, but, hold on. Yeah? The alt-right is very small. Very insignificant. Not a big problem. Nothing to worry about, guys. The alt-right is very small. The alt-right is very small and nothing to worry about. There is nothing to worry about. The alt-right is extremely small and not a threat, and absolutely nothing to worry about. God, this video aged like milk.
That's on the high end of estimates. And that infamous torch rally on the evening of August 11th, there were maybe 100 tiki torch carriers. But however small it is...
This is interesting because prageru, I'm really interested to see if prageru is going to do the whole they're not that bad thing, but I don't think they can because the tiki torch carriers were chanting blood and soil, Jews will not replace us, you will not replace us, Jews will not replace us, over and over again, blood and soil, which is a Nazi mantra. And then obviously the Nazis who ran over that lady, all the Confederate flags and the Nazi flags and everything, the swastika tattoos that were everywhere. Charlottesville was probably the biggest hit to the alt-right's optics ever. And the Capitol riot's probably the biggest hit to their optics since the Unite the Right rally.
The alt-right does have a belief system, a worldview. It's right there in their name. The alt in alt-right means alternative. The alt-right is an alternative to American conservatism. So it's no surprise then that the alt-right has far more in common with the left, another alternative to conservatism, than it does with the traditional American right.
This is wild. This is like saying... What is this like saying? This is like saying... Here, we're going to make a World of Warcraft reference here. This is like saying that, let's say the Alliance is the left in WoW, okay? The Alliance is the left, and the Horde is the right, because, you know, blue, red, whatever, right? The Alliance is the left, the Horde is the right. That's like saying Sylvanas' alliance, when she was war chief of the Horde, that Sylvanas' alliance is closer to, or sorry, Sylvanas' Horde is closer to the Alliance than fuck, who was the previous, than Garrosh's Horde. right? Like Garrosh's horde is the normal right, while Sylvanas' horde is the alt-right. And you know, Sylvanas' horde is just closer to being the alliance because, you know, that's how it works because it's an alternative, right? Of course not. The alt-right is just further right, more open about their Nazi leanings, their fascism and whatnot. It's just more right. It's not even... Are they actually going to try to claim that the alt-right is leftist? Is that what we're about to get here?
Let me try to untangle this. Both the left and the alt-right are obsessed with race and identity politics. The belief that
Oh, this is going to be so fucking good. Holy shit. Hold on. Xander Hall, if you give us Hank Sus emote, I'm gifting 10 subs. I'll do it. Burn the banana. Do it. I'll do it. I'll absolutely do it. Hold on. Let's hear this. I want to hear this.
Race and identity politics.
Both the left and the alt-right are obsessed with race and identity politics. That is fucking phenomenal. Let's hear... Can I play this without getting in trouble? I want to hear what the founder of the alt-right, Richard Spencer, has to say about race and identity politics. Let's hear what his opinion is on it. Richard... I know there's some slurs in it, but we're playing it anyway because it's educational, okay? Here's Richard Spencer's rant, the founder of the alt-right, by the way.
Like a fucking 100 times. I am so mad.
Oh yeah, this is actually Richard Spencer's reaction to the Charlottesville riot, by the way. So it's even more relevant.
Coming back here like a fucking 100 times. I am so mad. I am so fucking mad at these people. They don't do this to fucking me. We're gonna fucking ritualistically humiliate them. I am coming back here every fucking weekend if I have to. Like, this is never over. I win, they fucking lose. That's how the world fucking works. Little fucking kikes. They get ruled by people like me. Little fucking octoroons. My ancestors fucking enslaved those pieces of fucking shit. I rule the fucking world. Those pieces of shit get ruled by people like me. They look up and see a face like mine looking down at them. That's how the fucking world works. We are gonna destroy this fucking town.
No, but like the left and the alt-right care about like identity politics and race and, you know, and whatnot in the same way. You know, they're both very interested in it, you know?
The belief that a person's value is linked to their racial heritage.
So this is true of the right. This is definitely true of the right. When people talk about value being linked to their racial heritage, that's true of the right. The point of the left is to erase all meaning of race, I thought. Wait, hold on. Hasn't Michael Knowles literally made videos about how the left wants to destroy the idea of race? So that the idea of race doesn't exist? Hasn't Michael Knowles literally made videos talking about how the left wants to destroy race as a concept? Like I said before in the stream, the right has no actual beliefs. The right has no actual beliefs whatsoever. It's who they hate the most at any given time they side against, right? That's what determines their beliefs.
The left wants special status for racial and ethnic minorities. The alt-right wants special status for the racial and ethnic majority. Since America, according to the alt-right, was founded by white Europeans and was built by white Europeans, it should belong to white Europeans. America's success, in their view, is a product of race and geography, or, as the alt-right likes to put it, of blood and soil. So, in the alt-right's view, the moral ideals of the American founders, like all men are created equal, are naive and misguided. The man who coined the term alt-right is a white nationalist named Richard Spencer, who runs alt-right.
Wait. Vid is very quiet? Oh, yeah, because I had to turn the thing down because the other video was so quiet. Hold on. I'm really curious. Is this video going to paint Richard Spencer in a positive light? That's what I'm really curious about, because this video is from 2017. Before that clip came out, before everybody knew of Richard Spencer, what the left has known the entire time that he's been politically active. So I'm really curious if this video is going to try to defend Richard Spencer. I'm very curious.
AlternativeRight.com, as well as the National Policy Institute, the self-described think tank of the alt-right. According to Spencer, the movement is dedicated to the heritage, identity, and future of people of European descent in the United States. Jared Taylor, the editor of the White Identity website
Holy shit, burn the banana. Thank you. We'll have to get to that in a minute.
American Renaissance, holds that any attempt to create a society in which race can be made not to matter will fail. Other alt-right leaders include Sam Francis, the late syndicated columnist and forefather of the movement, who famously called for a white racial consciousness; Theodore Beale, the blogger known as Vox Day, who in his manifesto, What is the Alt-Right?, cites the white nationalist motto, "We must secure the existence of our people and a future for white children." And Paul Ramsey, a white nationalist who produced and starred in a video entitled, "Is It Wrong Not to Feel Sad About the Holocaust?" Another area of agreement between the alt-right and the left is that both ultimately reject God. The alt-right admires Christendom for uniting the European continent, but rejects...
What? So, the alt-right and the left both acknowledge that race exists. So moving on, here's another way how the left and the right are, how the left and the alt-right are the same. The alt-right doesn't care about Christianity. So there's a pretty big difference between the left being like, yeah, I mean, religious freedom and all that, but don't use your religion as a way to impede on the rights of others. And the right using Christianity and like the Crusades as this like LARPy thing. Also, a lot of alt-righters are Christian. A lot of them are. A lot of them believe that Christian values are like inherent to whiteness, and that's what they want to defend. At least it's like that's what they claim. So this is just an outright lie anyway.
Christianity for its offer of salvation to all people, irrespective of race. The movement's favorite philosopher, just like the Nazis of yesteryear, is Friedrich Nietzsche, who famously claimed God is dead. Spencer himself is an avowed atheist who, like leftists...
What? Nietzsche is like... I can never pronounce his name. Nietzsche, I don't know. Is just like the Nazis because he doesn't believe in God. And guess what? The left doesn't believe in God, and Richard Spencer doesn't believe in God. Ha! Left wing destroyed.
Since Karl Marx longs for a new ideology as robust and binding as Christianity to replace traditional religion.
Richard Spencer and Karl Marx are similar because they both don't like religion, I guess. Damn, I'm getting blown out here.
That brings us to the most glaring similarity between the alt-right and the left. Their disdain for the individual. The constant focus of both the left and the alt-right on group identity means that they downplay the value of the individual. This stands in stark opposition to the fundamental...
So, let's talk about this. Notice how everything that they've listed so far has absolutely nothing to do with actual values and opinions. Have you noticed that? For example, this would be like trying to claim that the left and the right, just the contemporary left and right, are the same, because the contemporary left and right both talk about abortion. They both talk about climate change. If I made a video about how the left and the right are the same, how Democrats and Republicans are exactly the same, and my video was both of them talk about abortion, both of them care about the existence of climate change, and so on, everybody would correctly call me out for it because I'm not talking about the actual ideological differences these groups have. So, for example, the Democrats typically believe that climate change is real. They typically believe that abortion should be available and legal, while the right believes the opposite. So just claiming that these two groups acknowledge a thing exists, and that's how they're similar, is pretty damn lazy, if you ask me.
American value, which conservatives have long championed, that places the individual, not the collective, at the center of society. The pioneer spirit, entrepreneurial drive, the acceptance of personal responsibility. These are uniquely American.
This is not true, by the way. The right doesn't care about individualism. It never has. Don't ever believe that when a conservative tells you that. Now, so the left, let's talk about what the right believes. The right believes that the West belongs only to white people, and that brown people need to be either exterminated or or we need a white ethno state where black people are like shipped off to their own ethno states. If you're dealing with a nice alt-righter, that's what a nice alt-righter wants, like a nice one. Is they want all the brown people shipped off to their own ethno states so that white people can have an ethno state. The most alt-righters want, a Holocaust. They want a genocide of the brown people and the gay people and everything. The nicer ones, the chiller ones, as far as they go, just want they just want to ship them away, just deport them, But then, of course, if they don't want to be deported, kill them. There aren't really any nice Nazis, believe it or not. There's not a lot of nice alt-righters or nice Nazis. So the left wants, let's talk about the left wants. The left wants to tear down barriers that cause inequality in society. They want full integration of everybody, of all races and cultures, into society all across the world, to live freely and happily as they want to. They want to end discrimination based on race, sexuality, gender, etc. The alt-right wants to murder gay people and sterilize them and have a Holocaust against brown people. I feel like we're really stretching the line here on any similarities the alt-right and the left have.
American ideas, uniquely conservative ideas, but they mean little, if anything, to the alternatives to conservatism, the left and the alt-right. Put simply, the alt-right has three core beliefs: the promotion of white identity politics, the rejection of God, and the subordination of the individual to the collective.
Two of those are true. The rejection of God thing, not true. The attempting to try to paint the alt-right as being anti-Christian is extremely inaccurate, because even alt-righters that aren't Christian themselves and believe in like atheism or whatever, they still stand for what they call Christian values. Alt-righters believe in the nuclear home, like the nuclear family, right? The white picket fence, the blonde trad wife, and the working husband, and the two kids and a dog type thing. The alt-right still believes and promotes what they believe to be Christian values, even if they themselves aren't Christian.
In other words, the alt-right has nothing in common with conservatism and is in fact much closer to leftism, except of course that the left is much, much larger. I'm Michael Knowles.
I was really curious if he was going to say the left is much worse. The funny thing is, even though the alt-right is smaller than the left, generally, which is pretty funny, because if you wanted to actually compare, you would want to compare conservatives to liberals and then the alt-right to leftists, because leftists are the far left, liberals are like the center left, the conservatives are like, center right, and then the alt-right is far right? That's how you would actually do a comparison. This guy's trying to compare the alt-right to the entire left, which doesn't even come close, because now I can just say, guess what? The left hasn't literally launched an attack on the capital of our country and attempted to murder our politicians and hold them captive. Sorry. It's true.
Host of The Michael Knowles Show for Prager University. Thank you for watching this video. Please consider supporting...
No, don't do that. Instead, please consider supporting me by donating or subscribing on my website, xanderhall.com/live, super chatting or hitting the join button to become a channel member on YouTube, or subscribing or prime subbing on Twitch. You can also follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, and join my fan Discord, all through the links in the description. And you can also leave a like on the video, subscribe and ring the bell icon if you're new, and all those things if you want to support me. Anyway, though, and I have a question for all of you. I have a question. What inherent differences come to mind immediately when you think of the alt-right and the left? Go ahead and leave a comment on the video. I'm curious what your thoughts are. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching, and have a good one.